Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. This is A Country Life, and let me just say that if you are a mom and you work at home, which all moms do, never ever underestimate the work that you do and the importance that it has on your family. It is very easy for me. We started with cranberry harvest over the weekend, and it's very, very easy for me to think, oh, I should be out there helping with cranberry harvest. I see just a lot of things go on, and it just gets to be sometimes a stressful time of year, especially with equipment. And I will give you a little story about something that's going on in just a second. But I am in here sweeping, and I am going to fold towels that are laying on the floor right there. I am going to sort laundry and get laundry going. Just do not underestimate the importance of that kind of work. Like I said, I'll just say it again. It's very easy to just be like, oh, I should be out there doing that work. That work is important. But this work is also very important. So anyway, just wanted to say that. I'm going to get back to sweeping and get some laundry going before I head out and give you guys a little look at cranberry harvest today, what's going on, check in, see what's going on with them, and tell you the story about the broke down equipment. Another one of the important things is to have food, and corn dogs and chicken patties are fine for a time, but after just so many days of that, I know my family needs what we call real food. Today's video sponsor is something that you guys have said in the comments many times. Many times. A lot of times you've said in the comments that I need to get this particular item. Last year, we actually bought this item. What is the item? I'll tell you in a second. We actually bought this item for our oldest son for Christmas. And I went through and read hundreds of reviews on this item, all the way from $30 ones up to $200 ones and everything in between. And I read all these reviews, and every review, you had people who loved the inexpensive ones and loved the expensive ones and had all of the different versions of these. And so everyone had their own opinion, right? And I was a little concerned because a number of them said things like, this was so complicated to use. Go with the simplest one you can find because it's so complicated. And I was like, oh my goodness. And guess what that item is?
Vacuum sealer.
It is a vacuum sealer. So today's video is sponsored by Fresko Vacuum Sealer. And let me just tell you a little bit about this. First off, it was so easy.
Easy.
Peter and I, we read through quickly the directions, and it was just so simple to use. That's it. It was so simple to use, and I was actually very pleased. So the specific vacuum sealer that we have, let me just show you the box here quick so that I can tell you exactly. You want to hold that up, Peter? This was whatever side. Yeah, there. That's a good side. Okay, so thanks, Vanna. You know who I'm talking about?
Nope.
You don't know who Vanna is?
Nope.
Vanna White? From Wheel of Fortune? You've watched that show. Okay, anyway, we have the Fresko AutoMax V8.
Not V6, not V12, V8.
Very good, Peter. And this has a power rating of 140 watts. So let's go over here and let me just run you through quickly what is going to happen. So you're going to plug the machine in. Okay, so you open the lid and put your bags in and pull out the amount you need. This has a built-in cutter, okay? And then just push this little piece down, slide the cutter across, just as if you were like cutting paper on one of those paper cutters. And then you have the length, and there's two different sizes of bags that you can go with, two different size rolls. Okay, so now you have this bag. Well, guess what? You need to seal off the one side. Right, your arm can go all the way through it, so you need to seal off the one side. So super easy. You're going to put it under the red baffle. Just put it there. Yep, make sure it's nice and even. It automatically seals that. Okay. Just wait. You gotta wait for it to make that little sound. Because it's kind of like... There you go. Okay, now you take that out and...
Don't
just
see
like
it now.
put it against here so we can see the... Right, and there you go. You can see that it's nicely sealed. So now you put your jerky in, which Peter just made goose jerky yesterday.
And it says you want about a 2-inch gap from the top, so you have the best sealing results.
So you come back over to the sealer, and now we want it to vacuum and seal at the same time.
So we're going to put it under the green bar.
Baffle.
Put the lid down.
That's really cool.
That is pretty cool. Then you wait for it to make the little sound. And lift it up, take it out.
Got a perfectly vacuum sealed bag of jerky.
Look at that. Perfectly vacuum sealed. That is so easy. You guys, I can't believe how easy it is because, like I said, when I read all those reviews, there were so many saying, it didn't vacuum, it didn't seal, I had to reseal everything twice, I had all kinds of things. This has an option for external vacuuming as well. We have not needed to use that at this point, but all of the pieces are there for external vacuuming as well. To learn more about the Fresko Automatic V8 vacuum sealer, please click the first link in the description box below. There will also be a discount code for my viewers, and you're not going to want to miss out on this. This is an excellent time to pick up one as we are in the harvest season. Whether you plan on vacuum sealing meat, fruit, vegetables, all the things. Thanks to Fresko for sponsoring today's video. We have beef roast and peppers and seasonings. I'm going to cut up an onion and put it in here, and that slice an onion, and then this is going to be shredded tonight for supper, and we will do Philly cheesesteaks, and this already smells good, and the meat is raw. I got this ready in my last video. So last night, or yesterday afternoon, I was in the kitchen doing some cookies and making the pasta for today's pasta salad. I also got the meat and all the seasonings in here. I just didn't have an onion, so I will get the onion out right now, get that sliced up, get that in there. I just made a homeschool plan for Maria for the week, and now I'm going to be working on a pasta salad. So I've mentioned, I know you guys have heard me mention this, that Peter and I put together a meal plan, and this was one of the meals, which is pasta salad with Philly cheesesteaks. We're going to do the pasta salad for lunch. There will be leftovers of the pasta salad, I'm guessing. I want to have this available. Our harvest crew bring their own lunch, but I always like to have something added to it that I can share with them, whether it's cookies or bread or sliced sausage or a pot of soup or something. So today it's going to be pasta salad. So whatever is left from the pasta salad, we will then have that with our supper. In this season of life, I've actually been enjoying making a meal plan for about 7-8 days at a time. It's just been working out really well, and I have to say, I love how fresh everything always is. I'm never getting to a point where, my celery is a little bit soft, but well, that's just going to have to be fine. I mean, it's fine when you're cooking it, but when you're having something fresh like a pasta salad, it is nice to have that fresh also, nice and crispy. All right, so Maria and I are gonna walk down on the marsh here just to see about where they are, kind of what's going on here today. And I said I would tell you the broke down equipment story already. So that is one of Warren's biggest concerns always, is broke down equipment, because you just don't have extras laying around. I see a semi moving. Oops, sorry. Was that your eye? Oh, I see a semi moving over there, but what happened is that semi trailers got loaded yesterday and Warren took off. It was already, gosh, what time was that Dad left? It must have been, I don't know, 6 o'clock or something like that. So not dark, but it was going to be getting dark while he was shuttling the trailers down there. And I get a call from him and he's like, the semi won't shift into high gear. It's staying in low. So I'm going between 15 and 18 miles an hour, have my hazards on. I'm gonna have to go all the way, which just regular, I think it takes like 25 minutes, something like that. 25 minutes probably to drive there and then unhook and everything and then, you know, drive back. Driving back is a little bit faster because he doesn't have a trailer on. But anyway, so he had to do that with 2 trailers last night. So it was finally, gosh, it had to have been close to 10. Wasn't it close to 10? Because we weren't coming home until maybe probably 10, maybe 9:45 or something like that. And we got behind him on the road. And yeah, sure enough, he's going like 15, 18 miles an hour, hazards on. So he did that. Of course, there's nothing you can do. I mean, it's dark, it's late, nowhere is open. So this morning he made a whole bunch of calls. Wow, is that beautiful? That is a huge crop. And they've already taken at least a trailer out of there. This morning it was a whole bunch of calls. He had the mechanic lined up and he was gonna show up out here and take a look at the semi. And then he also had another guy who has semis, and he was going to see which semi they didn't need, his business didn't need this week, and we were going to go pick one of his up for the week. But guess what? The mechanic came out, obviously a genius, because he had it fixed within like 15 minutes, I guess. And now Warren has not run it in high gear yet, but it should be. Are they all coming up? Where is everybody right now, honey?
I see people over there.
Where are they?
Behind the elevator.
Oh, behind the elevator. Okay, I was gonna say I don't see anybody over here. What did I just say? Oh, he hasn't had it at highway speed yet, but that won't happen until later today, till after work. Then that's when he takes them all in. So hopefully everything goes well, and I guess that's it. Hopefully it all goes well. Never a dull moment. Okay, let's turn it around here. Oh, my battery. And look at that. What a beautiful crop here today. Just a beautiful day. It's hot. It's hot, but gorgeous, gorgeous day. All right, Warren just told us it shifts into high.
It's probably hot, so don't worry about it.
Oh, there you go.
No problem. Okay.
All right. Trailer's been moved into position. Everybody is assuming their position. And they decided that they're going to postpone lunch a little bit and keep working. And what a beautiful colored crop. Wow, look at that, Maria. So pretty. You seen any frogs? Oh, there's one right there. So everything has has to get fired up, and then they just start pulling the boom, and that boom just helps to pull the fruit in closer so that the water jets can push the fruit into the conveyor over there. For those that are new this year to Cranberry Harvest videos, you know, really I feel like I share the same thing over and over every year because, well, you know, it's the same every year. I mean, weather, crop, things like that are different, but it's the same process year after year. So anyway, after a bed is completely harvested, like this one right here, and the water is still up at a good level here, this would be still at like the, like a booming flood, this would be. What happens is the breeze blows any trash or leaf debris to the edge. And so that's what Joe and I are doing here. There's only 2 rakes, otherwise Maria would be doing it too.
Hi.
Hi. She's just hanging out watching for frogs. We'll probably trade off rakes, but anyway, we only have 2 rakes right now, but this is what we're doing. We're just raking out the leaf debris. You can see, Joe, get a really good scoop there. That's a good one. And we just kind of stand here, just letting the wind blow it into the corner here, and we just scoop all of it out until it's done. And then what we'll do is we'll just kind of like work our way down here, trying to get as much of it as we can. And the reason that we have to rake out all of this leaf trash or leaf debris here is because if it settles, like let's say it doesn't settle right here, like by the ditch, and it ends up floating and blowing like someplace else on the cranberry bed, then it freezes in, and then it settles, then it ends up freezing into the ice, and then in the spring when everything thaws and you have all these mats of the leaves, what'll end up happening is it'll like smother out those vines. They won't get the sunlight they need, they won't get the oxygen that they need, and you'll end up having like dead spots, dead patches. And so that really is the purpose of getting all the leaf trash out. Now, we don't always get it out during harvest. Sometimes after, like harvest and the crew is gone and everything, then Warren will go around and still, I guess even if we think we get all of it, he'll still go around and double check, just kind of like raking out whatever he can. And then in the spring when he puts on the flood, he'll do that again. He will go around and rake more trash because inevitably there's always more. But all right, this is back getting filled in over here in this corner, so I need to get back to it. And that is what we're doing. And we're just gonna do this for probably about a half an hour, and then they'll be getting done with that trailer, and we're gonna go up and make some lunch. Well, it is 5 o'clock already. The harvest work day is coming to an end. Warren does have to still drop off 2 more trailers. He just got back with the first from dropping off the first one. But anyway, here is all of the meat that was cooked down through the day. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be picking all of this meat off of the bone, but it's pretty hot right now, so I'm going to let it just cool for a minute. Let me get the lid back on here so that stays nice and hot. I actually turned it to high for a few hours and then turned it to low. I think when I first showed it, I was turning it to low, but I decided to turn it to high and then to low, just because I didn't get it in here. Even though I got it ready the day before, I still kept forgetting to go out and grab it from the fridge. Oh yeah. With the peppers and the onions on these toasted buns that I got with the provolone and mozzarella cheese. That's gonna be so good.
Now let's try it.
Yeah, you can try it. Sure. Okay, these are the rolls that I bought. These French steak rolls. We're going to slice these in half and then toast them first, then bring them out, put the meat on, cover them in cheese, then put them back under and broil them to melt the cheese until it's got like that nice kind of bubbliness to it. So I know that there's going to be plenty of the Philly cheesesteak meat, and I have a whole nother package of buns. I know there'll be plenty left for tomorrow's lunch, no matter who really I'm feeding. And then I'm also just looking ahead to the next night's supper. So tomorrow night's supper is going to be taco soup, which means that I need to pull out 2 packages of hamburger. And then the next day is going to be chicken crockpot style. And so I'm going to pull that chicken out as well, because that has to be ready to go into the crockpot like by noon or something like that day. Maybe not quite noon, maybe a little bit later. But anyway, I want that to be completely thawed when I do put it in the crock pot. So hamburger and chicken breast have to come out of the oven. No, they have to come out of the freezer today so that I can keep the meal plan going for the week. I buttered and toasted the buns first. Then I topped it with the meat mixture, shredded mozzarella, as well as some provolone cheese. I'm going to put it back into the oven just enough until the cheese melts.